I hope you're doing great. And today we are going to speak about a new topic. It is really interesting and it is reported speech. So, as usual, let's directly dive into grammar. So, as usual, we are going to start with an example. Here we see two men and a speech bubble. We will have to spend a lot of money on the construction of these buildings. And what did Mr. Lee tell his partner yesterday? He told his partner, we will have to spend a lot of money on the construction of these buildings. We need to pay attention that here we see like a comma and then the author's words and a dot. But the second example, he told his partner that, or we can omit that, they would have to spend a lot of money on the construction of the buildings. So this is reported speech. Yeah, we can report people's words by using direct speech or reported speech. Direct speech is the exact words someone used. We use quotation marks, as I showed you before. In direct speech, example, I am tired. Helen said, ah, sorry, I'm tired, Helen said. So, quotation marks and like a comma and the rest of the sentence. Reported speech is the exact meaning of what someone said, but not the exact words. We don't use quotation marks in reported speech. We can either use the word that after introductory verb, say, tell, etc., or we can omit it. Next one, we need to remember that personal pronouns, possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns change according to the meaning of the sentence. Like Helen said that she was tired. Not I was tired, but Helen said she was tired. We can report someone's words either a long time after they were said, out of date reporting, or a short time after they were said, up to date reporting. Okay. Also, we need to know the difference between these two ones, say and tell. We can use the verbs say and tell both in direct and reported speech. And say is used with or without a personal object. Be careful. When used with a personal object, it is always followed by the preposition to, said to me. He said, I'm cold. It is the direct speech and then reported. He said that he was cold, or he said to me, I am cold. It's direct. And the reported one, like direct speech, D, and in reported, he said to me that he was cold. I guess you see that something is changing here. Like he said to me, I am cold. He said to me, he was cold. Yeah, here I am cold, and here he was cold. We are changing the pronoun and we are changing the verb. Yeah. Next one is tell is always followed by a personal object always. Told me, like the main difference. We can say he said hello. He said goodbye to me. He said to me hello, or he said to me thank you. But when we use tell, we use it without any preposition. Yeah, like just he told me I'm cold. He told me that he was cold. And we can say he told hello. He told hello. No, we cannot say it. We don't use it. So, reported statements. We are going to talk about reported statements today. And verb tenses and time expressions change in reported speech. The first one, A, when the introductory verb is in a past tense. So, I'm moving to a new flat next week, she said. We are reporting everything. She said that she was moving to a new flat the following week. We have changed the form of the verb, yeah, I am moving became I was moving. Next week, became the following week. Next one, in out of date reporting, it means when it happened like after some time. Monday, the 2nd of May, Mike said, I borrowed some money from my parents. And Thursday, the 5th of May, Mike said, like we are reporting it, Mike said that he had borrowed some money from his parents. And here we see that in direct speech, it was just past simple. And in the reported one, it became past perfect. I guess you see this difference, yeah? Last one, see, when we consider what the speaker says to be untrue, Paula and I are best friends, Jack said to me. Jack said to me that he and Paula were best friends, but Paula had never actually met him. And here we see that we had are, but it became were. Okay, so let's talk about the tenses and how they change. One second. Okay. The first one is present simple, and it is always one step back. One step back in everything here. Present simple becomes past simple. I need a new car, Greg said. Greg said that he needed a new car. Present continuous becomes past continuous. He's sleeping, she said. She said he was sleeping. Present perfect becomes past perfect. I've already seen this film, he said. He said that he had already seen the film. Past simple becomes past simple or past perfect. I got up late, Tonya said. Tonya said that she had got up late. Usually we change it into past perfect, like mostly, most of the time. Next one, past continuous changes into past continuous or past perfect continuous. I was working at 4 o'clock, Tim said. Tim said that he was working at 4 o'clock, or Tim said that he had been working at 4 o'clock. Future will changes into would. I'll call you tomorrow, Ray said. Ray said that she would call me the following day. And again, you see, yeah, tomorrow has changed into following day. The past perfect and past perfect continuous remain the same because we don't have step back for them. Yeah, they remain the same. So also we need to know that some words and time expressions change, as we have noted before, according to the meaning of the sentence. Now becomes then, at that time, immediately. Today, tonight becomes that day, that night. Yesterday, the day before, the previous day. Tomorrow becomes the next day, the following day. This week becomes that week. Last week becomes the week before, the previous week. Next week becomes the week after, the following week. 2 days ago, 2 days before. Here becomes there, and come changes into go. Like he said, like he's saying, I will come, and your report, like he said he would go. Okay, so or actually, yeah, you can also look at the context. With come and go. Okay, where we are going to the next task. 1 second, to the next thing. When this and these are used in time expressions, they change into that and those, like this, these, that, those. This week, that week, these days, those days. When this, these, that, those are not used in the time expressions, they change as follows. They change to the when used as adjectives, that is, when they are followed by a noun. Like, I will. Examples always simplify everything. This film is boring, Claire told me. Claire told me the film was boring. So you can actually say like just the film was boring or that the film was boring. Instead of this, we're using just the film. They changed, again, when this, these, that, those are not used in time expressions, they change as follows. Mhm. We are not using them in time expressions. Yeah, not these days, not last, like this week, but it's like this film. It's not time expression. That's why we're changing it to the film. Next one. They change to it or they, them when used as pronouns. That is, when they are not followed by a noun. This is an unusual situation, Dad said. Dad said that it was an unusual situation. So if you have this, like, this is an unusual situation, and we can report it to, like, just Dad said it was an unusual situation. Okay, so also we will talk about modal verbs and how they change. So will changes into would. He said one day I'll be able to afford a car. He said that one day he would be able to afford a car. Can changes into could. He said I can speak French. He said that he could speak French. One step back. Can, could, would be able to future references. So yeah, if there is a future reference, you can use would be able or could also. He said we can meet tomorrow. And in reported, he said that we could meet the next day, or he said we would be able to meet the next day. May changes into might. He said, I may call you. He said that he might call us. He is like referring to many people here. Yeah. Shall, should, asking for advice, offer, expressing offers. Yeah. Okay. Let's look. He said, when shall I come? He asked when he should come. So here we are using should instead of shall to report it. He asked, shall I help you? He offered to help me because here it's an offer. He's offering it. Next one is must, and must is just must or had to, an obligation, and it's usually we've reported with had to. He said you must finish this. He said I must or I had to finish it. Needn't, didn't need, didn't have to. He said you needn't pay in cash. He said that I didn't need to pay in cash. Or he said that I didn't have to pay in cash. So, also, we'll talk little about would, could, might, should, ought, had better, used to, and mustn't. They don't change. Again, would, could, might, should, ought, had better, used to, they, and mustn't, they don't change. Must doesn't change when it expresses a logical assumption. So it means that when it's not obligation, yeah. I might talk to her, Daddy said. Danny said. Danny said that he might talk to her the same. You must be tired. So here we are not changing it. Why? Because it's not about obligation. Like you must do it. No, it's not about obligation. It is a logical assumption. We're like, guessing, huh? You must be tired, Paul told Susan. Paul told Susan that she must be tired. We can't report it with some other things. Also, in type 1 conditional, tenses change in reported speech as follows. The present simple becomes past simple in the if clause and will becomes would in the main clause. Like, I think it's logical because, again, one step back. If you ask Liz, she'll help you, he said. He said that if I asked Liz, she would help me. Okay. So, like it became kind of second conditional. Yeah. In type 2 and 3, like in the third and second conditional tenses, yeah, they just don't have changes. If I had more time, I would take up a hobby, Eric said to me. Eric told me if he had more time, he would take up a hobby. No change. If I hadn't parked my car on a double yellow line, I wouldn't have got a ticket, Sam said. Sam said that if he hadn't parked his car on a double yellow line, he wouldn't have got a ticket. The same thing. The verb tenses remain the same in reported speech when the introductory verb is in the present, future, or present perfect. This is very important. So, again, if introductory verb that stands first is in present, future, or present perfect, we don't change anything. Here we see Mom says dinner is ready. Mom says dinner is ready. I mean, in other examples where we reported everything, you see our introductory verb is always in past form. But yeah, if it's like if we have a past form here, we need to have past form here too, like kind of a sequence of tense. That's why actually it's not about it, but anyways, we are changing everything if our reporting verb is in the past tense. But here we see that it's present simple and everything stays the same. Mom says dinner is ready. The introductory verb is in the present tense. When we pass on messages, so we can leave introductory verbs in present tenses when we deal with messages. Debbie says she needs the car tonight. Debbie says she needs the car tonight. Next one, when we report the content of a letter, article, etc. while reading it. The article says that people use too much water. So you're reading it and saying, oh, the article says that people who learn English are the most beautiful people in the world. Okay, so and the last one, when we refer to something, someone says very often. Mom often says that I shouldn't talk to strangers. So, and that's why we are not changing anything here. Also, the verb tenses can either change or remain the same in reported speech. In up-to-date reporting, when reporting a general truth of or law of nature. So, up-to-date reporting, like now, the teacher said Paris is the capital of France. Teacher said Paris is the capital of France, or Paris was the capital of France. So you can actually use is because it was just like just now, yeah. Or when you report some kind of general truth or law of nature. So, and also let's talk a little about punctuation in direct speech. We put speakers' words in quotation marks, as we have mentioned before, and we capitalize the first word of the direct speech. When the speaker is mentioned before the direct speech, we put the comma outside the quotation mark when the speaker is mentioned after the direct. So let's look at the example. Okay, he said, comma, I love Paris in the winter. Yeah, and we put like dot and we put a quotation mark also, or it can be I love Paris in the winter, comma, he said. So what we see here, we capitalize the first word of the direct speech. Yeah, we are capitalizing it. I love Paris. When the speaker is mentioned before the direct speech, we put comma outside. So he said, comma is before quotation mark, outside quotation mark. When the speaker is mentioned after the direct speech, like here, he said, we put the comma inside the quotation marks. Okay? If the direct speech is a question and the person being spoken to comes after it, we put a question mark and not a comma. Shall we go now? He asked her. He asked her, shall we go now? So, in the direct speech, in the direct speech is a question, yeah, if it's a question, and the person being spoken to comes after, we put a question mark and not comma. So as you can see here, we had question I love Paris in the winter, he said, question. But here we don't have it, like in this. Yeah, we don't have it because we have a question mark. He asked her, shall we go now? So in this way, we are putting a comma before say. So that's all for today. I hope you won't have any problems with your tasks, and I hope that reported speech is easy for you and it will be easy for you to use. So, see you next lesson, and we will talk about reported questions. Bye bye. Good luck with the tasks.